One thing that I think most marketers will agree on is that we're getting less organic engagement on social media channels today than they were seeing a couple of years ago. And this is true for the most part. But there are a couple of different reasons for this. One reason, and one very simple reason, is that there are more businesses, more organizations that has a post or a page on, for instance, Facebook today, which means that there's more of a crowded turf. The news feed can only hold so much. So more companies and more organizations are competing for visibility. Now, the other thing is that actually in the last couple of years, Facebook has taken a very determined turn away from promoting posts from companies, organizations, and also from media. And instead, they're promoting posts that what they define as close in our community, friends, family. So they're looking for what they call more meaningful engagement. So that's the two main reasons why companies are seeing less of their own posts visible in social media today. If we look at the lack of engagement and see, can we find any kind of common thread or any kind of logic behind it, there are a couple of different reasons. One is that it's harder because of what Facebook and other social media networks are doing to actually penetrate, to get your own content to push through. But another reason, which is equally important, is how well are we as companies and we as organizations really working with the algorithm, if you will, the rules and regulations, spoken or unspoken, from, for instance, Facebook. How well are we understanding what they want from us, and how well are we creating content that will actually engage their audience? It's really important to understand the logic or the business model behind a social media network. First of all, they are there to do business. And the way that they will do business and the way that they will do profitable business is if they can engage as many users as possible and have those users spend as much time as possible on the platform. Because the number of users and the amount of time spent, that equals more revenue in terms of ads and other services. So if we look at it from that perspective, of course, it becomes really important for Facebook or for any social media network to ensure that they're not doing anything that will drive users away or make them spend less time there. And in the past, Facebook and other social media networks have been very engaged towards, very open towards companies, towards organizations, towards publishers, saying, publish your content on our platforms and we'll make sure that you will be getting traffic. But they have pulled back in the last couple of years from that. And one of the main reasons is, of course, that they want us to pay for it instead. That why give us organic reach when they can actually have us pay our ad dollars into their pockets? But another thing, and a very important part, and one thing that we actually as marketers tend to underestimate, in my experience, is that they are really concerned about having sub-quality content being posted on or pushed on their newsfeed or any other kind of platform. And that means that they will be more restrictive at what they actually promote. So it's really important for marketers to understand what the social media networks are looking for. And if we take Facebook as an example, they're saying that they're looking for meaningful engagement or meaningful interactions. And first and foremost, they are looking for interactions between friends or between families. And it's really hard for us as companies to step in and claim that space. But what we can do is make sure that the content that we create and the content that we use on social media networks is really relevant to our target audience. Because if it is that, and if we create it and post it in such a way that we're engaging or looking for and trying to create engagement around it, creating meaningful discussions, creating comments, creating threads of interactions between different users, then the social media networks will pay attention to that, because that's one of the things that they are monitoring with their algorithmic use, that they are seeing how posts are faring. And if they are seeing that posts are sparking discussions, that they are sparking engagement, they will put more weight behind it. And just the opposite, if they're seeing that we're posting things that is not getting any engagement or not getting any interaction, they will not give that any kind of traffic. And it actually has the effect that if we post, or if a company posts something that is not getting any engagement at all or any interaction, that can actually impact the next post and the one after that. So it's really important to understand what can we post that will drive engagement, that will drive interaction, and do more of that. And if you get any learnings, to actually make use of that learning to do better the next time, instead of pushing our own agenda. Because social media networks aren't in the business of promoting our agenda. They are very much in the business of promoting their own.